Hello, this is Joshua Schaefer, author of Discovering the Magic Kingdom, and I just want to wish all of the Theme Parkology viewers a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hi everyone, this is James Presley, music producer and movie producer. Just want to wish everyone from myself and Theme Parkology a very, very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
This is Terry Hardin, international speaker and Disney Imagineer and artist and blah, blah, blah. And I just popped in to wish you a very Merry Christmas, all of you at Theme Parkology, the Theme Parkology viewers. Very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I would love to give you better surroundings, but if you're like me, you're on the go too. So, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Theme Parkology rocks. See you next year.
I'll have a blue Christmas without you. Oh, hi. This is Peter Alden. Just wanted to wish all you Theme Parkology viewers a very Merry Christmas and a blessed New Year.
Hi, I'm Alan Coates for Theme Parkology. Merry Christmas!
Oh, hello there! So glad you came along. This is the Dreamfinder, wishing you a Merry Christmas from all of us at Theme Parkology.
Again, I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas at Theme Parkology.
Hey fans, Christmas is almost here. From all of us at Theme Parkology, welcome. Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, and all those other cool things you say about the Christmas season.
Hey everybody, I'm C. Andrew Nelson, actor, visual effects artist, animator, and genuine Dark Lord of the Sith. I just wanted to wish every Theme Parkology fan a very Merry Christmas and the happiest of New Year's. And it's going to be a Happy New Year. Wait till you see what is in store for you from Theme Parkology this coming year. It is so cool. You are going to have your mind blown. Merry Christmas and blessings to you.
And one day, we were sitting in a meeting, and we'd really moved along. We had completely designed the Ford Pavilion. And Walt came in, and there was only, whenever we met with Walt, there was only like 4 or 5 of us. It wasn't a huge group. And he said, you know, there's another piece of real estate left up in the grounds at the World's Fair. And he says, I think we'd like to take that over, and I've got an idea for a little boat ride. And we all kind of looked at each other like we just did Mr. Lincoln, an animatronic figure, and we're doing General Electric and Ford, and Walt wants to do a little boat ride. And we were kind of thinking, what the hell's he talking about?
Well, hello there. My name's June Doll, and I'm sure glad you're able to join me today as I shine a spotlight on one of Disneyland's most recognizable rides ever developed. And boy, what a boatload of information I have to share, because it's not just a ride for me, it's my home. One I share with hundreds of other children from all around the world. Do you have an idea of which attraction I'm talking about yet? I'm, of course, talking about the whimsical and charming It's a Small World.
Shortly after the New York World's Fair had opened, I was having a conversation with John Hench, one of our lead designers, and sitting in his office, and we just talked about how we might do attractions in the future that would be moving vehicles in order to better tell stories. Now, in the New York World's Fair, there was a number of attractions that did have moving vehicles, but they were almost always something that went sideways, or the vehicles were always in line, one following another. And I thought, why don't we make a track where we have the chassis and the wheels on the track, but the body is not mounted to that chassis. The body is mounted in such a manner that it can turn right and left and pivot up and down.
Your attention, please. You are about to begin the history of an adventure through inner space. Adventurous men of Imagineering, who created this journey before you, have carefully plotted every phase of this lost but groundbreaking attraction. Through your mighty listening device, you will shrink back in time into the incredible history of the attraction's conception. We at Theme Parkology wish you an enlightening experience, for though your body will shrink, your mind will expand.
Even when I was 6 and 7 years old, I was doing Granny, which I'm still doing, by the way. So one of the actors said, "You know, you're such a good performer, besides being a good writer. You should do national radio." So they started telling me about a moose in this world. I thought it was a stupid idea that they could talk. And they were animals, but they talked to people and they were accepted as people.
Walt put each Imagineer in charge of something specific that he wanted done based on the Imagineer's talents. Now, a lot of the Imagineers came over from animation and had never done anything like this before. So he was pushing them to do something they didn't know they could do, and that was one of the things that the Imagineers loved about Walt, is he pushed them beyond what they knew they could do, and they did a great job at it. So he originally put Dick Irvine in charge of the mock-up of the auction scene because he wanted to see what it looked like in person, be able to experience it. So they set it up in the sound studio so that Walt could experience it.
immediately went out to the exit of the show because I wanted to see what the guests were going to see when they got to ride the next tram that came through the show. And I was just tickled pink to see the result, because after the tram came out of the show, the little kids were screaming and crying. The grandparents were all clapping and laughing, and all the parents were hanging on to their kids, and everybody was just cheering. And I just thought, that's my paycheck. I just got paid. That's better than money.
Dreamfinder is going to be the spirit of imagination, and they're going to be the only character.
I was hired because of my puppetry to be a Dreamfinder.
They wanted to have some kind of a pavilion there and to talk about Abraham Lincoln.
You know, in the film he's a little, animated, but really we weren't trying to create a show there. We were just trying to show the capabilities of animatronics.
He had, of course, worked on the film, Snow White, so he was familiar with the characters and the settings and the story.
That's how we met each other. Francis tells us we're going to do improvisation, which is he's going to put together a few scenarios, and all of the people who are involved are going to act in them. So I'm going to be on a sound stage acting with Angelica Houston and Michael Jackson.
Mermaid was a lot of fun, and again, we did that ride. We did two of them at the same time. We did Florida's attraction as well as California's.
Notice a chunk of metal laying on the pavement, and he looked above and saw, oh, that's where it came from.